Okay, and then here is our 2 pieces of wood. So this is an 8/4 piece of wood, which I finally figured out that what 8/4, 4/4, 6/4 all means. It's basically quarters of an inch. It doesn't actually equate to that. So 8/4 should be 2 inches thick. Well, it's not really. It's about more like a little over 3/4 or 1 3/4. So this was the 8/4. This is going to be the legs. It'll make it easier to make my 1.5 inch wide legs with this. I don't have to glue up. It can be a nice solid leg. And then this will be the top. And again, I couldn't find a 12-inch wide piece, and I thought, well, maybe I can get it thick enough. I'd split it in half. Get 2 out of the same, flip it, glue it together. But then I thought that's going to look really weird with the grain pattern, etc. It's not that wide. It wasn't going to be originally that wide. So if I was going to do that, I needed to probably have just maybe a 6-inch piece or a 7-inch piece, so that when you flipped it open, butterflied it open, the grain would look a little bit better. So otherwise it would be a lot of waste. So we're just going to go plus. I don't have a bandsaw big enough to resaw this right down the middle. So we're going to go with a 10.5 rather than a 12-inch wide, as this is almost 11-inch wide. So, and that's okay. It's going to be a narrow table, and it's supposed to be a narrow table anyway. So we'll get the top out of this. We'll get the shelf out of this. I'll have a little bit of extra, just in case. The little extra will be the side skirts, and the little detail on the edge. So these are our 2 pieces of cherry that we're going to work with. And we're going to cut it down, plane it down, join it down, get it nice and smooth, and we're going to go from here. Okay. So the legs piece is coming out of this, the 8/4. The legs are going to be 1.5 inch wide. They're going to be 1.5 inch square, and they should be 22 inches tall. So we're actually going to go a little bit greater. So I've sort of marked out over here, I think it's 1 3/4 or 1 6/8 or 5/8 or something. I think maybe 5/8. That we'll saw these, clean these out. We're also going to cut off here. Again, they're going to be 22 inches, so this is a little bit greater than 22 inches. And we'll cut those out. And then on the main board over here, again, we want a 24-inch final depth, so we'll probably cut about 22, 24 and 1/8. Give myself room to sort of shape it a little bit. Unfortunately, this board is not flat, so I'm going to have to do some planing to get it completely flat. And it's way too thick that I need. I wanted a 3/4 inch top, and it's like a little less than 1.5 inches. So I'm going to be planing off a lot, which I don't like to do all that waste, but it is what it is. So those will be the first steps of getting this cut down. We'll cut the cherry for the leg. There we go. And now the top. And now we're going to cut for the shelf. The shelf is a little shorter because the top is 24 inches. The shelf is 2 to 3 inches shorter, just because it's going inset in the legs. About 2 inches shorter, so we're going to go between 2 and 1/8. Square it off here. Pretty good. Go ahead and cut the shelf.